What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex. You watching a Ragin Ronin review. Got a review for you. Last weekend I saw The Equalizer 2. It's the sequel to the 2014 revenge thriller The Equalizer, starring Denzel Washington, directed by Antoine Fuqua. And it's actually based off of the TV show of the same name, which I actually never watched or never followed. I didn't know anything about it, actually. So to me, it doesn't really matter if it's close or not close to the source material. All I know is that is Denzel Washington kicking some serious ass to some people that really deserve it, and that's all I really need to know about this film. And now they have a sequel 4 years later, and I was pumped for it, especially since I really enjoyed the first one. So anyways, I'm going to give you my review in my expectations versus reality format. Let me give you my expectations. So based on the trailers, I expect The Equalizer 2 to be more action-packed than the first one. What I really loved about the first one is that there was a lot of stylized action. I mean, there wasn't a lot of it. They kept the drama and the action at a pretty good balance. I wouldn't say the film is completely action-packed, but I will say that when the action does happen, it is really quite satisfying because, like I said before, he unleashes vengeance on bad guys that really deserve it, and that's really cool. So I'm expecting to see more of that because the trailers are so action-packed, so it just gives me the assumption that or at least the impression that they're really upping the ante on the action. So that's what I'm expecting. Now that I've seen the film, I can tell you that there isn't more action in The Equalizer 2. I think there's about the same amount of action or just a little bit more, but it's definitely not an action-packed film, and that's kind of what I was expecting. So we didn't get that. We didn't get that at all. At least I didn't get that. There are bits and pieces of the film that are actually kind of slow. There's a lot of these dramatic scenes which really show off Robert McCall's character, or Denzel Washington's character, Robert McCall, as someone who helps people. There seems to be more of that, and it definitely it felt a little bit deceiving because, like I said, the trailer did advertise like a more action-packed film, and it's really just bits of like set pieces, short-lived set pieces here and there, and then we get this big finale at the end. But that's it. That's what we ended up getting. So I would have to say that my expectations were not met. I'll tell you some things that I liked about the movie. Actually, let me just pull that up. I typed them up here, and that is I love Denzel Washington's performance. I don't know what the original character was like, but I love Denzel Washington performing this character, Robert McCall, because first of all, Denzel Washington's a great actor, and I think he's very perfect for this role. He just does not only a great job, but like he does a great job both as a character that helps people in a very friendly manner. He's very resourceful, and he's also great in the action department. He does I think he does a number of his own physical stunts. Like you can really tell that it's him, unless I'm wrong, but he does a really good job portraying somebody who really knows his stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows how to fight. So he does a great job with that. Another thing is that I love the action scenes. When there's action, I love that it's stylish, and I love Denzel Washington unleashing, like, taking out bad guys in such an efficient manner. It's so satisfying because these antagonists, these villains in the movie, they're written in a way that you really hope karma gets them. And when Denzel Washington or Robert McCall unleashes vengeance on them, it's so satisfying to watch. So I really love that about the movie. Another thing is that Antoine Fuqua is such a great director. He keeps this film stylish. He keeps it in the same style and the same visceral level as the first one. So what you loved about the first one, it's all there in the second one. So that's what I love about this sequel. As for things that didn't work for me, first thing I gotta say is that they really added more of the theme of Robert McCall helping people. And he's helping people so much without providing that much context that it just shows that, like, it jumps back and forth between so many different stories where he's helping people and then he's caring about his own mission. And it jumps back and forth to the point where I'm thinking like, yeah, I really want to keep the story simpler. And when he does help people, we don't even know how that even happens. It doesn't provide any of the fill in the middle part of how we get from point A to point B. Suddenly, whatever this person needed help with is just done. So, yeah, he seems to be like a magician or like a boogeyman who does good things for people. And it's just all there and we just take it for what it is. So that kind of didn't work for me. But, I mean, it's a good aspect about his character. I just felt that they could have filled in the blanks by just adding maybe 10 or 15 minutes more content. Another thing that didn't work for me is that this film is very formulaic. And what I mean by that is it's the same film as the first one. It's really the same film. And it follows that exact same formula, like to a T. Different characters, different setting, and I think that's pretty much it. And add a little bit of conspiracy theory there. And then suddenly, you have the same film. You have a sequel. I'm just thinking that the filmmakers decided that, okay, let's take what worked about the first one and just let's do the exact same thing. So they did the exact same thing, changed the characters, changed the settings around a little bit, and there you have it. So therefore, it feels like the exact same movie. And the first one worked better because it was a more contained story, and it's the first time we're being introduced to this world. We're seeing that again in the second one, and we're just thinking, like, why didn't I just watch the first one? So that didn't quite work for me. And this film has, it's a little bit more complex in a way that there's a conspiracy involved. And then it just feels like this is like a conspiracy that we've seen before, so therefore it's predictable. Like, you can really guess who did it way before you get to the end of the movie. I mean, I was able to predict it, so in that sense, the film was predictable. And it's just very formulaic. We know what's going to happen. And finally, I want to say that Robert McCall is way too overpowered. He is perfect. He's resourceful, he's smart, and he can kick anybody's ass without getting his ass kicked, ever. Like, he's just never in any real sense of danger. In the first one, we felt that he was outnumbered. He could potentially get killed or hurt. In this one, I felt like he's just way too good. Like, he's way too good that I feel that, like, is there even a point to all this? Should I actually feel scared for the guy? So, yeah, those are things that didn't work for me. Overall, this is a good movie. It is a good movie. It follows the same formula as the previous one, but I thought that the previous one was a lot better. This one just feels like, okay, it's another installment or another a day or another week or several weeks in the life of Robert McCall, and that's all it is. He doesn't do anything extraordinary that's out of his comfort zone. He's just going through the motions. That's all it is. He's just going through the motions of what he does, and there's nothing really special about it. So I'm not going to say that this film isn't good, because it does have all the makings. It has the makings of a decent film. It just doesn't do anything different for us who are fans of the original. So there you have it. But anyways, I still think it's a decent film. I'm going to give this film a 6.5 out of 10. I gave the first one a 7.5 out of 10. I'll -1 for unoriginality. And there you have it, 6.5 out of 10. I hope you guys enjoyed my review, and if you did, I hope you hit that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, Ragin Nation. My name is Alex, and thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace. A movie, I really am. It looks so good. As always, if you enjoyed this review, you want to see more, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, Ragin Nation. My name is Alex, and thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.